From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, October the 30th, 2018. Funerals have begun for the 11 people murdered this past Saturday at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. Dr. Jerry Rabinowitz and brothers Cecil and David Rosenthal were laid to rest today. The funerals for the shooting victims will continue all this week. Meanwhile, members of the Israeli Trauma Coalition landed in Pittsburgh yesterday. The Israeli experts are specialized in mental trauma, grief, and anxiety, as well as community support. The team was flown in by Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Jewish Agency, and the Consulate General of Israel in New York. And Israel's Minister of Diaspora Affairs, Naftali Bennett, is in New York City today to convene an emergency meeting on the rise of anti-Semitism and threats to the American Jewish community. Leaders of the Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations, leaders of the Jewish Federations of North America, and of the Anti-Defamation League, among others, were attending. Bennett said earlier, "We will not stand idly by. We will speak clearly and fight against any manifestation of Jew hatred. We have the responsibility to help our fellow Jews wherever they may be." And the American Jewish Committee hosted a vigil this morning at their headquarters in New York City to commemorate the lives of the 11 people murdered at Tree of Life. Jewish community leaders, interfaith partners, and diplomats came together in solidarity with the Jewish community of Pittsburgh. The AJC said, "Together we wish to stand united against anti-Semitism and all forms of hatred." Look for our coverage of the event soon here on JBS. A number of headstones were toppled over and vases ripped from their bases at a Jewish cemetery in Texas. Local CBS affiliate KDFM reported that the local police department in the port city of Orange is investigating the vandalism at Hebrew Rest Cemetery. Orange Mayor Larry Spears Jr. said he would work with police to quickly find those responsible, stressing that bigotry and hate will not be tolerated in his city. Arab language media reports that Egyptian intelligence officials once again arrived in Gaza today for more talks aimed at reaching a ceasefire between Israel and terror group Hamas, who controls Gaza. Violence from Gaza escalated this weekend with dozens of rockets fired at Israel, for which the IDF retaliated. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said yesterday that it was in Israel's best interest to try to do everything possible to avoid a large-scale military operation in Gaza. Today, there was relative calm at the Gaza border fence, though 2 fires in southern Israel were sparked by arson devices sent over the fence from Gaza, including 1 fire in the Kisufim forest. Israel's Minister of Religious Affairs, David Azulai, passed away today. Azulai, who was a member of the Shas party, had been battling cancer for several months. He was 64. Local municipal elections were held across Israel today. One of the main races being watched is the mayoral elections in Jerusalem. The 5 candidates are Ofer Berkovich and Moshe Leon, who are both Jerusalem councilmen, Ze'ev Elkin, who currently serves as Israel's Minister of Jerusalem Affairs and the Knesset, Deputy Mayor Yossi Deitch, and former City Attorney Avi Salman. Candidates need 40% of the vote today to be declared mayor. If they do not reach that number, a second round of voting will be held on November the 13th between the 2 candidates with the most votes. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, October the 30th at 7 o'clock, we bring you a night to honor Israel by Christians United for Israel's 12th annual summit. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with editor-in-chief of the Algemeiner, David Afun. At 10:30, the award-winning Israeli film Fill the Void is in the spotlight on New Jewish Cinema. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Mark Golub speaks with Charles Small, director of ISGAP, who shares his reaction to the tragic murder of 11 people at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh and analyzes the implications for anti-Semitism in America and worldwide. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, October the 30th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.